Welcome to The Informed Path, the podcast dedicated to helping you navigate the complex world of career and education. Today, we're tackling a question that's on the minds of countless students, parents, and even seasoned professionals. Is higher education still worth the cost?
That's right. We're often told a 4-year degree is the golden ticket, but the reality is the price tag has skyrocketed. We're talking about astronomical student loan debt, figures that can haunt you for decades. So, is that expensive piece of paper always the best investment, or are there other paths we should be considering?
Exactly. In this episode, we're going to deep dive into the true cost of a traditional 4-year degree, explore the compelling alternatives like trade schools and apprenticeships, and examine other lower-cost educational avenues. We'll help you weigh the value proposition and make an informed decision for your future.
We'll be looking at what we mean by higher education. Think bachelor's, master's, and doctoral degrees versus lower cost options such as trade schools, vocational programs, certifications, and apprenticeships. It's all about understanding the landscape.
Let's start with the elephant in the room, the cost of a 4-year university degree. It's not just tuition. We're talking about fees, room and board, books, supplies, transportation. The list goes on. The sticker shock alone can be overwhelming, and that's before we even consider the long-term financial burden.
And the debt is significant. The average student loan debt in the U.S. is staggering, often exceeding $30,000 for a bachelor's degree. This debt can delay major life milestones like buying a home, starting a family, or even saving for retirement. It's a heavy weight to carry right out of college.
However, we also have to acknowledge the potential return on investment. For many, a degree does open doors to higher-paying careers and greater job security. The Bureau of Labor Statistics consistently shows higher median weekly earnings for those with a bachelor's degree compared to those with only a high school diploma.
But here's where it gets tricky. Consider the cost of a degree in a field like liberal arts, which may not have a direct, high-paying job path, versus a degree in a high-demand STEM field. The investment and the potential ROI can look vastly different. It really highlights the need for careful consideration of your major.
Now, let's pivot to a path that's gaining a lot of well-deserved attention, the skilled trades. We're talking about careers like electricians, plumbers, HVAC technicians, welders, automotive mechanics, essential jobs that keep our society running.
The appeal here is multifaceted. Trade school programs are typically much shorter than a 4-year degree, often ranging from a few months to 2 years. This means lower tuition costs and quicker entry into the workforce. Plus, many apprenticeships offer the incredible benefit of earning while you learn.
And the earning potential? It's often surprisingly high, especially considering the significantly lower student debt burden. Many skilled tradespeople earn competitive salaries, sometimes on par with or even exceeding those with bachelor's degrees, particularly in the early to mid-career stages.
Let's take an example. Becoming a certified welder might involve a trade school program costing a few $1,000s and a few months of training. A skilled welder can earn a very good living, with demand often outstripping supply. Compare that to the tens of thousands in debt for a 4-year business degree, where the starting salary might be much lower.
Beyond trade schools, there are other excellent, more affordable routes to gaining valuable skills and qualifications. Community colleges are a fantastic resource, offering associate degrees that can either lead directly to employment or serve as a stepping stone to a bachelor's degree, often with significant cost savings.
Then you have certifications and boot camps, particularly popular in the tech industry. Think intensive coding boot camps, cybersecurity certifications, or programs for medical assistance. These are designed for rapid skill acquisition in specific, in-demand fields, often with a direct line to employment.
And we can't forget the rise of online learning platforms and massive open online courses, or MOOCs. While these often don't provide formal degrees, They offer incredible opportunities for self-paced learning, skill development, and staying current in rapidly evolving industries at a fraction of the cost.
For instance, a rigorous coding bootcamp can cost around $10,000 to $15,000 and take a few months, preparing you for a software development role. A computer science degree, while broader, can cost upwards of $100,000 and take 4 years. The value proposition really depends on your immediate career goals and how quickly you want to enter the job market.
So, bringing it back to the core question, is higher education worth it? It's not just about the salary potential. A university education often fosters critical thinking, broadens perspectives, develops strong communication skills, and provides invaluable networking opportunities. These are crucial soft skills that benefit you throughout life.
However, we also see a job market mismatch, where graduates find their degrees don't always translate directly into the jobs they envisioned, or that pay enough to justify the cost. This is a reality many face, leading to underemployment or career dissatisfaction.
The worth is highly subjective and depends on individual factors. Your personal career goals, your passion for a particular field, your financial situation, your tolerance for risk, all these play a significant role in determining whether a traditional degree is the right path for you.
Consider someone like Richard Branson, who famously dropped out of school to start his own business. While not everyone is cut out to be an entrepreneur, his story illustrates that success doesn't always require a formal 4-year degree. It highlights that passion, drive, and a willingness to learn outside traditional structures can be incredibly powerful.
So how do you make the right choice? It starts with honest self-assessment. What are your strengths? What genuinely interests you? What kind of career do you envision for yourself? Not just in terms of salary, but in terms of day-to-day work and lifestyle.
Then, do your research. Understand the current and future job market demands. What fields are growing? What skills are in high demand? Websites like the Bureau of Labor Statistics or industry-specific job boards can provide invaluable insights.
Financial planning is also crucial. Evaluate your debt tolerance. Can you realistically manage the loans associated with a particular path? Calculate the potential return on investment for different educational options. Don't just look at the upfront cost. Consider the long-term financial implications.
And remember, it's not always an either-or situation. A hybrid approach can be incredibly effective. Perhaps you start with a certification, gain some experience, and then pursue a degree later, or vice versa. Many people combine different learning modalities throughout their careers.
So, to wrap up, there's no single right answer when it comes to choosing your educational and career path. The landscape is constantly evolving, and what works for one person might not work for another. The key is to make an informed choice.
We've seen that while higher education offers distinct advantages, trade schools, apprenticeships, certifications, and community colleges present compelling, often more affordable alternatives with strong earning potential and high demand.
Ultimately, the most successful path is the one that aligns with your personal goals, your interests, and your financial realities. Don't be afraid to explore, to talk to people in different fields, and to consider all your options carefully.
So, what can you do today? Start by researching one specific career path that interests you, whether it's a trade, a tech role, or a traditional degree. Look into the educational requirements, the costs, and the job outlook. Knowledge is power, and the sooner you start gathering it, the better equipped you'll be to forge your own informed path to success. Thanks for joining us on The Informed Path.